What's good? Welcome to Call Time Live with me, Chuck TP. Another day for a live event, in a life of me traveling to the office. Today we're going to do a Mother's Day event at a venue called IROX. I saw pictures, I haven't been there. Pretty interesting venue. Got to the office, loaded the truck. The prep was done the day before. I think for me, prep is the most important thing when you're doing live shows, so that you can be able to have everything that you need, for anything that might arise. As we're traveling with the truck to the venue, seeing some beautiful nature. I'm a nature boy, so I always, pulled in the truck, some gravel. It was really muddy. There's a lot of water here. As soon as we touched down, you're greeted with nature. It was interesting that we're going to be doing a show here. See some of my kids playing around, just being this close to nature. Just reminded me of home. And it's a very interesting venue, so as soon as we started offloading and the guys were starting to offload, I kind of took a walk around the venue just to see what we got, how we're going to plan this, how we're going to actually do everything that we have to do, where we're placing everything. As you can see, the decks for the PA, kind of in the water, and a little bit of a bridge to go to the front of house, and actually that's where some of the artists are going to be standing when they're performing. So once we did the plan, communicated with the team, everybody already knew what they had to do. We started actually placing things and running cables, having conversations. It's always good when you're working with people, who are open-minded and really happy, because it makes the work feel like it's not really work. As soon as I could, I went to front of house, set up the console on the floor, just a fly case on top of a stage deck, because front of house wasn't done being built. I was programming the mixer, just making sure that EFX, who's the engineer, the show file is going to correspond and everything, and setting up the outputs. Had a chance to go to the next venue, which is kind of just on the other side of the road, just where we're going to be putting satellites for people who are going to be there eating. Restaurants are going to be this side where they're going to be actually be selling food. So this is a sculpture park. They had a stretch tent in the main venue. You can see now we started putting up chairs on the stage for the orchestra, the PA where we're supposed to be on the water, and we were still kind of trying to make sure that everything is holding together. The orchestra arrived, they started doing rehearsals, so you can see them seated there. Fed got his lines, making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. As you can see, Cabello was still putting up some microphones and communicating with the artists. Just being around an orchestra, there's a different feeling of listening to all of these people play instruments in unison and create such beautiful music.